Hey guys, Marstingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, I wanted to do a showcase of the AGL PAIKUHAN at level 10 links. I did a similar thing yesterday with the GOTEN and Trunks video. Basically, rather than just do a video talking about, like, you know, the coin shop in general and whether you should buy a particular unit, I thought it would be a good idea to show them off, built up a little bit. Because obviously I have had the unit for a while. I pulled some extra dupes from the banner while summoning for Gogeta. So mine isn't Rainbow, as you can see, but he is 90%. So, I mean, the difference between 90% and Rainbow is not a huge amount. But he's full level 10 links. I also bought a Rainbow Friend. But the interesting thing is the Rainbow Friend is not link leveled. So it'll be interesting to actually see, like, the differences. Because, like, I mean, you can see here straight away, our defense is lower, but the attack is higher. I think it might be. Does mine have an attack equip or a defense one? So he has none. And mine has... yeah, mine has attack. So that's probably where most of that comes from. But we'll get to see their attack stats and everything. So PAIKUHAN is the Connected Hopes category leader. If you didn't pull Gogeta, then obviously he's very useful because of the mission for the GT Goku event, which we're on at the moment for this video. That mission can be done by using like a full Super Saiyan team or something like that, but that's the main reason why I think a lot of people speculate, like, or contemplate, I should say, buying him. So his super attack, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, does immense damage, and greatly lowers attack, which is obviously very useful when it can be applied. He also has a unit super whenever there's an Angel Goku or Angel Vegeta attacking in the same turn. And then that gives him greatly raises attack for 1 turn, immense damage to the enemy, effective against all types, and greatly lowers attack. So basically it is the effective against all types that he gains. But obviously that's incredibly useful when it comes to dealing damage in an event where the enemy changes types, or in Super Battle Road where the enemies are multiple types. So his passive is attack and defense 150%, super class allies key +2, and 30% attack and defense when you get 3 or more type orbs. And then he gets key 4, high chance of evading enemies attack, and seals the enemy super attack when you get a rainbow orb. So basically just by picking up 1 rainbow orb on like a normal team, you're going to be able to super with him, because you can't really pick up a rainbow orb on its own, right? Because it's always going to be connected to another one. So basically it makes him like auto super with a single rainbow orb collected. Then you have a 50% chance to dodge, and you also seal. So very, very good. I gave mine a bit of extra additional and then made up the crit with the skill orb, because obviously if you can double super, that's double greatly raising your attack. It's only for the turn, but obviously very useful. So yeah, let's get straight into looking at what he does. Now, the one thing I will say straight away is his link set is not the best. His best link partner out of units that are actually on his team, funnily enough, is the AGL Nail, when it comes down to just the number of links active and everything, right? So he's technically his best link partner. Now that AGL Nail can be kind of good on harder diff content as long as you have a Piccolo on the team, because otherwise he doesn't get his damage reduction. And unfortunately the only Piccolos on Connected Hopes are the AGL free-to-play one and the Tech side banner unit from the download celebration that everybody loves so much. So I didn't want to bring them on the team, because whilst I might not do the whole event for this video, because obviously, you know, Legendary Goku event runs when you're not using a crazy team or nuking items and stuff like that can be like over 20 minutes. But we'll go through a fair bit of it and see how we can get on. But yeah, we're not going to have a ton of links active. But yeah, we'll see how he goes, because obviously, like I said at the start, the main reason people want him usually is for this mission. So you're going to be running him as the leader, but he's obviously not necessarily going to be a main rotation unit. You're not going to bring the Nail without a Piccolo, I imagine, unless you absolutely have to. And then at that point, you're verging on the territory of, if you have the units, you probably should just run a Super Saiyan team. I did a video for that. If you guys search on the channel, how to beat the Connected Hope mission without PAIKUHAN. Obviously it does require specific units. Now that Gogeta's out, of course, obviously he's a perfect stand-in leader. Or you can still run the build of Super Saiyans and just put him on the team. But you might as well use him as the leader, and especially use a friend. Or using the Super Saiyan's strategy, you can use an Int Namek Goku LR friend. And so he's really, really good for getting that challenge done, because he's not on Connected Hopes, but you only have to have your 6 team members be on the team, be on the category. The friend doesn't count, so that strategy works really well. So with the new Tech Gogeta, we have experienced fire, shocking speed, and fierce battle. So 3 links, obviously nothing crazy. but he links up really well with these units. I say links up, he works really well with these units because obviously they are an Angel Goku and an Angel Vegeta, or it's one or the other depending on which like card you're bringing. So you're going to get his unit super attack. So his defense is just under 150k. He has the 50% chance to dodge. Let's go ahead and grab these for you, and then we'll get... Can't get any rainbow orbs for you, but I mean, he's probably going to be dead before the end of the turn. So let's see what we can get out of PAIKUHAN here. So there's one dodge. There's another one. There you go. Dodge the super. That's what we like to see. So we took one attack out of 3 for 120 damage. Or out of 4, I should say. And one was a super attack. So very, very good. Then we get the unit super attack. I think his unit super attack animation is really cool. We've joked about it a load of times before. Like, obviously, in terms of actual, like, power and everything, it doesn't, like... PAIKUHAN's not really adding much to that equation, him supposedly helping out Gogeta, but the animation is still cool, and that's what's important. So, PAIKUHAN is very, very good. I mean, outside of just his team, obviously any team that he fits on, even though his links are not going to be the best, he does obviously have some that he can share with more commonplace units, things like Shocking Speed, Experienced Fires, obviously Fist Battle, but he can work really well as a support unit. And I've talked quite a lot at this point about how much I dislike the Tech Janemba. And obviously they're units that came out at the same time. They're very similar. But I think PAIKUHAN's, the way PAIKUHAN's passive is built is way better. Even though we can't actually get the full effect on this turn. But if this was Tech Janemba, we couldn't get either effect, right? We can at least get a Rainbow Orb. So we're getting his dodge ability. We can't seal at this point in the event anyway. There we go, and grab those. I think we're going to be left... Yeah, unfortunately we're left short for the Goku at the end here. So hopefully he doesn't get super attacked, but let's go ahead and see what we can get here. So yeah, you can put him in the 3rd slot on any team that he's on, and as long as you can pick up a Rainbow Orb, then he's going to super. And as long as you can pick up 3 Type Orbs, then he's providing the role of a support unit. Now, obviously, there are going to be those turns. We had a bit of a tricky one on this one, but there's going to be some of those turns where you can't get the 3 Type Orbs, which then means he's not really fulfilling the role that you've brought him on the team for, which is to be a support unit. But he's still a solid unit overall. This defense lowering effect from these Goku super attacks is so annoying. Like the physical Gogeta LR, like he's an older unit now, but they would tank those normal attacks way better if they hadn't taken the super attack first, which is one of the reasons why this event is so annoying. But I like to bring that android's active skill for the bit of free healing like part way through the event, but. I mean, here you go. This is a perfect example. Like, this rotation is just incredibly bad for us, like, luck-wise. Like, there's only one of each type orb at the bottom, and none of them are connected to anything. So that's pretty awful. But the good thing about PAIKUHAN's passive, and Janemba works like this as well, is because his support passive is activated mid-turn. So in this example here, we can pick up the Tech Orb for Goku and Vegeta. So they're now missing 2 ki before they can super. But by getting PAIKUHAN's support passive to activate, he's then giving all the allies 2 ki. So now Goku and Vegeta are able to super attack. So it does mean you have to think a little bit about which orbs you select and how they're going to drop down. But that ability can actually be very useful. And it's the same for Janemba, it's just harder to get sometimes. But it means you can purposely plan around missing out, especially if you've got him in the 3rd slot, right? You can miss out the super by 2 ki on both your slot 1 and 2 units, as long as you work it in a way that you can then pick up the type orbs for PAIKUHAN or Janemba on his team, and then boom, suddenly everybody's super attacking. So that is really useful, but obviously it does kind of come down to luck a little bit if you plan it out badly, or you just get unlucky with the orb turn and there's actually no way for you to drop the orbs that will actually end up working out for you. That does just happen sometimes, unfortunately, but he can definitely work well as a 3rd slot unit on any team that he's on. He's just one of those units that you can slot in if you need to. If you need a support unit, rather than bringing like another damage dealer to just float around in slot 3. So let's see what we can do here. What's his defense linked up with the physical Gogeta? So this is the Rainbow Friend, the one that's not link leveled. 133k. He's only got Fierce Battle and Experienced Fighters with you guys. And then, yeah, same with you. So, I think he probably finishes him off here. I'm not too sure. Although we can't get the super attack because the rainbow orb is the way that he gets all of his extra ki. So that is a little bit unfortunate. So if we do this, we don't get the extra 2 ki. I mean, this is a perfect example, right? Like, we're getting bad rotations with our ki here. But PAIKUHAN able to super attack at least. Don't get supered. Oh, okay. They're going to do an additional super. Fair enough. This probably takes him out here. Oh, not quite. Okay. So 21k, and then PAIKUHAN's at 2.38. So, I mean, considering the fact that we're running him in a setup where he's getting like 2 links active. So 2.38 is not terrible. Obviously, I'm not saying he's not a unit that you're bringing that because he's going to be like the hardest hitting unit on the team, right? You're either bringing him, I would say, in most situations because of his links, right? Like you want to optimize when you're running like your best teams in events and stuff. You obviously want to optimize it so your main rotation at least links well together. So most of the time, you're probably not going to be using PAIKUHAN as like a main slot, like main rotation unit. You're using him for the leader skill, so you can do that particular team, whether it's for the challenge in the Goku event or something else. I think I might as well just go and transform Gogeta here. Why not? If you're doing it in that event or whatever, like, or you just want to run that team, you know, eventually there'll be a Super Battle Road stage for it. You're probably just going to be using him as a 3rd slot float, or you've just put him in some other random team as a support unit, and then that's what you're using him for anyway. So I think when we evaluate his stats and his attack stats, stuff like that, you know, obviously he's not going to be crazy main rotation damage dealing boy, but the built-in dodge is really useful, seal is really useful, especially when it comes to Super Battle Road. He also has the active skill, which I didn't actually talk about, but now we can use it. We'll go ahead and use it this turn just to show it off. So his active skill can be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or more, starting from the 4th turn from the start of the battle. So in Super Battle Road, you can obviously only use this when there's one person left, but it's a really good way to finish off a fight, because basically it's a Ghost Usher. All the enemy attacks from a single enemy, which is the only time you can use it anyway, are removed for 1 turn. So basically a Ghost Usher effect. So we can go ahead and use that here. It's pretty basic, but it's cool. And yeah, now there's no enemy attacks this turn, so we don't have to worry. So we can go ahead and grab these. Gets Gogeta to 23 ki, then we grab these, activate PAIKUHAN's support passive, and then bam, everybody is... This is the example of a good turn when you get the orb set up. So my Gogeta is almost full level 10 links. He's got like 1 or 2 links left to go. So 3.3 from him with basically no links active and at 55%, I would say is pretty good. And then in comes PAIKUHAN, 2.3. I mean, he's not that far behind, right? I mean, mine has extra dupes and is fully link leveled, but he's not a Dokkan Fest LR, so I guess that's not too bad. And then obviously on those turns, we haven't really been lucky. I think this happened once so far. When we get the additional super attack, then obviously he's greatly raising his attack again, which is really good. So skip all the attacks to 1 turn. Now they're back to where they should be. Wait, does he get the only thing I've actually never seen? Yeah, he has like the sweat effect. So basically what that means is you can't disable his attacks like this turn. So if we use PAIKUHAN's active skill, it doesn't do anything, like using a Ghost Usher the turn after you just used one. So we've got a lot of active skills going on this turn though. How many links do you have of GOTEN? It's just Fierce Battle, okay. So really what we should be doing is putting you there and... because we can't seal. We just have to take the super on them. I think we do. Because we can go ahead and do this. And then, yeah, I'll just pop an item here. Why not? And then grab these. And then this. So, yeah, I mean, PAIKUHAN, like I said, I think he's mainly going to be used for his leader skill or as a support unit. But, I mean, we're this far into the event. Like, his damage is not bad. His active skill is pretty decent, you know, especially in this event, right? Like, you could save this all the way until, like, the actual tech full power Goku, which is where it's going to be very useful, of course, because PAIKUHAN is an AGL unit and dodge is disabled once you get that far. So I wanted to show the active skill in the video, but if you actually want to beat the mission with this team, I definitely would recommend saving those active skills for the turns where PAIKUHAN is going to be on rotation. And hopefully, if you hit the jackpot, if you're using him as a third slot floating unit, you want to have him come onto rotation on the first turn against full power Goku, use his active skill, skip all the attacks. Then on the next turn, the other one is not on that rotation, and then on the third turn of the full power Goku phase, then he's on that rotation, because then you get to use the active skill again because that like sweat icon effect is worn off. And then yeah, perfect. And then PAIKUHAN hopefully doesn't have to take many hits. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. AGL PAIKUHAN, if you just have to do that mission on the Goku event and you can't build a Super Saiyan team, I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's worth buying him just to be able to do that one mission. But when it comes down to buying units with coins, it kind of comes down to how many coins you have and how regularly you get them. If you're a whale and you summon all the time and you just haven't happened to pull a copy of PAIKUHAN, you've probably got a ton of red coins, so you might as well pick up a copy of him. If you don't summon a lot and you've only got 400 red coins right now, then I think you're probably better off saving for like a Dokkan Fest LR, you know, like when Goku and Frieza come back or something like that. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.